I'm enjoying this quite a lot, having Harrison chauffeur me around. It feels like, I don't know, I feel like I'm Donald Trump getting, oh,
there they are.
Look at that.
Woo-ho-ho-ho! Picture this. You work all summer, between classes, between school, between everything else in life, and you get $4 grand. You can either spend it one way or spend it another. I'm Harrison. This is Fast and Cheap, and today we're going to show you 2 different routes for some of the best cars you can get for under $4 grand.
So, I worked all summer. Harrison worked all summer. This is what I came up with. I got the Lincoln Town Car. Many of you have already seen this because we've done several videos on this car already, but in case you haven't, 2003 Lincoln Town Car signature, 116,000 miles, worth about $4 grand, 4,500. So this is the type of car you buy when you're looking for something comfortable, when you're looking for a nice cruiser, nice daily driver, and you're not really looking to row through gears, go fast, or really impress anybody.
This here is my 2006 Honda Civic Si. I picked it up back in March a few months ago for $1,500 with some catastrophic engine issues that we found out. Put a new engine in it, and I still have just a hair under $4 grand into it now. So what we're going to do is we're going to compare realistic perspectives, realistic scenarios between a front-wheel drive manual Honda Civic and a rear-wheel drive American Lincoln Town Car, both in the same budget, both 2 completely different cars, and see which one suits you best.
First impressions, I've never driven this car before. I don't know how to drive this car really that well at all. I'm not used to the clutch or anything. But right off the bat, I know it's incredibly driver oriented. You've got your tack right in front of you. That's all you've got right above the steering wheel. And then above that, you got your speedometer. It's all right there in front of you. And it's really kind of incredibly unique. Driving around the block, it feels nimble already. I have not been on the open road yet. That's what we're waiting on. And this is the K series, isn't it?
Yep, K20.
So, K20. Okay, do you have any idea what that makes?
197.
197.
For horse, and torque number I can't remember off the top of my head.
Okay. Well, honestly, that's not bad for a little car like this.
A little 4-cylinder, yeah.
So, does it have any perks over, say, the B series?
Revs out to 9,000 instead of 8.
Okay. All right.
And the VTEC is much stronger, I believe.
Really?
Yes.
So overall, I'm not a Honda guy. I'm not a front-wheel drive guy. But if you're looking for a quick, nimble, inexpensive car that's easy to work on, something that you can learn how to work on, have a lot of fun, take it to the track, do your own modifications within reason, you don't want to race it out, I give this a great rating. I think it's a terrific buy for people our age, for young kids as their first car. Plenty of miles per gallon on this thing, and you can have these at a very, very reasonable price. So Harrison, I hate to admit it, your front-wheel drive car is a lot of fun.
A piece of American history, heritage here.
Gotta find that gear shifter.
Good to go. All right, we're off. It's crazy. One huge difference between the Civic and this is just the ride quality. This road here has about 500 million cracks and bumps. You barely feel it because it almost just glides. It just slowly glides. Like, time is not a factor in this car. It's almost like time is almost slowed down, but this is awesome. So you really do own the road with this size, with that Lincoln badge hanging off the top of this hood in a huge distance here. It's really cool. The power steering, the steering like setup in these cars is really light. So you could really just steer it with one finger. But all in all, it's just extremely tight, or light, I mean. All right, we're gonna merge on this road here. Let's just see what it... All right, that's 40. That's not bad. Considering this car is like 400,000 pounds, it's actually really nice. Accelerates well, the transmission drops, it just does it.
At me, but we're live now.
Okay, out on the road with the Crown Fig. I mean, it's got power. It accelerates, it drops gears, and just goes. It's nothing special. It's nothing crazy. It's just an A to B, get the job done type car. And something that's awesome with these cars, they're just bulletproof. I mean, they really are very, very reliable. The Honda is very reliable, but this is extremely reliable as well. I've seen a couple through salvage yards and just private party listings with 300,000-400,000 miles, no problem. And it really is impressive to see that, especially when it's red, white, and blue.
I just want to say, me recording this video, I'm in the best seat in the house. These back seats are insanely plush. You sink right into them, and I'm enjoying this quite a lot. Having Harrison chauffeur me around, it feels like I don't know. I feel like I'm Donald Trump getting. Oh,
there they are.
Look at that.
Whoa!
He's running.
Whoa!
What was that?
I think he floored it under that bridge for the sound, and that cop was not having it.
What car was it?
I think it was like a Challenger or a Charger. I think we got on camera, didn't we?
Yeah,
Did
go figure. We'll have to look at the.
We'll have to pull the footage.
Yeah, see what that happened with that.
Wild.
That cop turned his lights on
Dude,
right
that
away.
Scared me. I was looking. I was like, bro, like you can't speed in this car. That's another thing. Like you can't speed in this car.
Yeah, it's been done.
It's been done, but you're not. It's not a car that you want to speed in. Like 60 feels so good. Just cruising. Just cruising. It's quiet. It's comfortable. These seats can fit about 3 of me. These seats can fit about 50 of 50 Kevin Harts. That's what came to mind. But
well, you can actually fit 3 people in the front.
That's right.
That armrest actually comes right up.
Seat, yeah.
You have an extra seat belt, so you can put a 3rd guy in the front if you want. I wouldn't recommend it. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world. But here we are, back at the site of the Civic Si. That might be a pretty cool car to buy. So, I've owned this car since around Christmas time. It's June now, so had it for quite a while, and I really have not had to put much into this car at all. Obviously, I have stuff that I want to do to it. We had a little hailstorm, so I got a nice crack in my windshield. But, I mean, it's not terrible. Something I'm going to have to get fixed sooner rather than later. Also, I'd like to get my wheels powder coated. Previous owner, I don't know, must have liked the sound of curbing wheels. I don't know, but it's that way all the way around. I don't know why. I don't know where this came from. I don't know what its past was, but maybe the driver was blind. I don't know. So I'm a little bit frustrated about that. I don't know why you do that, because now I have to get either new wheels or get them powder coated, which isn't the end of the world, but it's still stupid. But I mean, other than that, I haven't had to do very much at all to this. I'm expecting that one day these airbags will go out in the back, so I have that factored in. I mean, that's going to happen eventually, hopefully down the line a little bit, but I mean, if you're looking for a nice, reliable car, you don't really have to worry about. This is the way to go. Don't mind the poop on the back. But yeah, I mean, stuff could go wrong in this car. Stuff will go wrong with this car, but it is a Ford product. These are everywhere. The Crown Vics are everywhere. The Marquis are everywhere. Parts are a dime a dozen, so it's really not that big of a deal if something goes wrong. Alrighty, so Harrison's experience with this car has been a little bit different than mine. Harrison, do you care to explain?
Okay, in March, I really wanted a Honda. I really wanted a cheap Honda. And and this was up on Marketplace for $2,500. I offered $1,300, and as Ed Bullion would say, we met right in the middle at $1,500. The body is really clean. The clutch was brand new, and I did confirm it because we had to put a new engine in it. We did timing, we did cam sprockets, we did a new oil pump because the chain fell off the old motor. Technically, I guess at jump time, and it snapped the oil pump, snapped everything. So it sounded really bad, so we had to get it worked on before it could even be driven. Fixed all that. The engine still was catastrophic at high RPMs. It'd lose oil pressure, which was really annoying because if you need to accelerate, it just died. So, long story short, I washed my hands on that motor, bought another motor from a yard up in northern Michigan, picked it up, put it in, and it's now, I've had zero issues with it, and I've had an absolute blast with it. The brakes are brand new rotors on all four sides, new pads. I've replaced a couple of the weather stripping seals because the car just turned over 208,000 miles, so things are gonna wear. 8th gens are known to have terrible, terrible clear coat, and majority of mine has worn. On the roof here, it's got this matte look now because it's all gone. The same with the trunk. This side here on the door, it's all peeling. So I'm gonna have fun with it this summer, but since we're in Ohio, and I really don't want it to get any rusted, or to get any rust, I meant to say, I may either get a full repaint or do a wrap or something with it because it will be my everyday driver. So my favorite part I'd have to say about this car is just driving it. It's really, really, really fun. It's completely stock from air intake to muffler. I wanted to keep it like that because everyone mods them, and then everyone has issues, and I wanted a car with no issues. So that's exactly what I got here after putting a little work in it. So I am really, really thrilled. As I said, I have a little bit of $4,000 in it, so I'm not going to sell it. I'm not going to trade it. I'm definitely going to hang on to it because it's completely sorted, and I think I spent my $4,000 the best way possible.
I think I spent my $4,000 the best way possible.
Okay. Cars here. Which one do you think is worth more? That one.
I'm gonna say this one.
Definitely. Out of the two, which one do you think is worth more?
The SI Civic.
How much do you think this one's worth?
Oh god, I have no idea.
If you had put a number on it.
20.
20 grand?
I was gonna say like 14.
How much do you think this one's worth?
Say 15. 12. I don't know.
12 grand? 20 grand? 20, 15? Alright. Which one would you rather drive?
This one. That one. This has got stick shift. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
That side.
You're right. Okay.
I like that one more.
He knows what he's talking about.
Okay. Okay. How much do you think this one would be worth? This actual?
What year is it?
03.
I can't tell you.
Or
What'd you say, 04?
Oh, it's you.
Close enough.
Well, it's a,
To me, this
it's
car,
a
I think
03.
this car's only worth like maybe 2,000
Uh-huh.
in this car.
Yeah, yeah. And then this one.
I mean, it all depends on mileage and everything, but that's probably worth 3 to 4 grand.
I got you. I got you. Okay. Alright. Which one would you rather drive?
The Civic.
Being the Subi dude.
The Civic.
No, that makes
SI.
sense. I
The
feel
turbo.
that. I got you.
This is 2 grand fish for me. Too big. Too big body.
2 grand. Who drives what?
He drives the Civic, you drive the town car.
Okay.
I don't know. Everyone's gotten that right. Everyone's gotten that right.
Gives it away. Just
Clothes.
fashion
The
clothes. Just the
The
clothes.
for sure.
I got the Civic outfit on.
Yeah.
Okay. I see you.
You look like a person who drives tuner cars. So.
So now that you've heard Harrison's take and my take on what the best car is for $4 grand, let us know in the comments what you would prefer: the Lincoln Town Car, the Civic Si, or if you have any other cars in the $4,000 range that you think tops both of these. But on that note, thank you guys for watching.